Hey all, I'm doing a little buffing on this thin line telly today. I use a three-step buffing compound. Starting out with the heavy cut, if you can see that, and you go to medium and finally your finish. This buffer I have is a little big. I used to have a smaller one and it quit running. I'm thinking about ordering another one because this thing is kind of hard to hang on to. It and the guitar because it causes a lot of vibration. Yeah, this thing's a beast. Made for a car, I think. I'll change speeds on this to see what happens. Turn it up a little bit. Got a little spot right on the very edge of this guitar that I sanded through to finish. But I'll repair that after I get it all buffed out. It's not very big. This is the first time I've ever used this buffing compound system. So I don't know how good it's going to work. But we'll find out together. So far it seems like it's doing its job. I don't know if you can see that right there's that little spot I sanded through. They're on the very edge, which is very easy to do. Okay, on this buffing compound, you don't want to mix your pads either. I've marked mine before I started for each step I'm going to take. So we'll move on to step 2 here. Yeah, this thing is just too big. I need a smaller one. But like Chris says, use what you got. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Also on here it tells you what speed to go at and what kind of pad to put it on. I've already figured out the pad. It says medium speed. It's a bitch to get the shit out of the bottle. Smear that in so it doesn't go flying everywhere, because this stuff will make a mess. I've always used Meguiar's in the past, but figured I'd give this stuff a try. take a look and see what we got so far. Well, I don't know if I like this stuff yet or not. I think it's doing its job. Go to the next step and see. I'll put some wax on this when I get done. It's a lot softer pad. See what this bottle says this time. It says high speed. We'll crank it up a little bit. There you go. Tell this is a lot thinner than what I've been using so far. Now this buffer is just so awkward. I may end up doing this by hand. Let's turn it up, see what happens. It's easier to operate on high speed. I'll use the same wax that I use on my motorcycle mothers, wires, whatever I've got here anyway. And those are my bench biscuits here. I'm losing bench biscuits everywhere. think it'll look okay after I get some wax on it. Seems to be shining up fairly well. Definitely needs some wax. Be interesting to see what it does to the other side of this. What do y'all think? Needs some wax, doesn't it? Yeah. I keep seeing that little imperfection here. That's going to drive me nuts. Well, I'm about to call this guitar done and put it together. I'll probably give this to my grandson. I'll let it hang out at the house for a while. Let some of my family members and buddies play it. Alright, well, I'll end this one for now. Get this waxed up, get the other side done. At least you see kind of the process of that. Y'all take care.